Now this is Roger Linn's Linn drum machine. It's very popular when it came out. The beauty of this thing was it replaced a drummer, and it had a great sound to it. And that's what you hear on Prince's album. It's either that one or the LM1. That's enough of me talking. Let's get Roger Linn to tell you the truth about his career and how it happened.
Hi, I'm Roger Linn here in my home office. And in this video, I'm going to talk about this product here, which is the Akai MPC Live 2, which is one of their current models of the MPC series. A little background first. Years ago, I designed the MPC drum machines for the Japanese Akai company. First the MPC 60 in 1988, and then the MPC 62 Model 2 in 1991, and then the MPC 3000 in 1994. Then, unfortunately, I had a falling out with the original Akai company and moved on, focusing on new ideas that I was working on, like my Adrenaline rhythmic guitar pedals, the Tempest drum machine with Dave Smith, and now my Instrument expressive keyboard. This is one of the models right here.
By now, most of us have seen this device right here, the MPC Live 3 Standalone Music Production Center. Now, this was at some sort of store in Canada. Obviously, that price is a Canadian price. It's CA for Canadian dollar. And I guess it works up there. But what I did notice, they have these expressive pads that resemble what Roger Linn was talking about many years ago, about having pads that add expression, like bending and other things you can actually do with sounds. And with this new MPC, we think it's in there. Now, does Roger Linn actually influence Akai? I kind of doubt that so much because they've been doing this for years. They've improved it a whole lot. And this is probably the next level to go to, where they can actually put a microphone on it, get some really great speakers, and come up with a really great device. But for sure, having Roger Linn with them on stage in places and actually there shows that Akai is serious about keeping the MPC line going.
So to be honest, I haven't used or even really thought about the MPC products or Akai since then. But occasionally people will ask my opinion about the current MPC products, and I've had to say that I don't know. So I was curious about how good they are. By coincidence, recently I've been in touch with the current American Akai company, and they kindly offered to send me one of their MPC models, the MPC Live 2. So I thought I'd give it a go and let people know what I think, which is what I'm doing in this video. The short answer is, I didn't expect it to be as good as it is, but I must say I'm impressed with it. They really did a very good job. First, I was pleased to see that they've honored my original design by keeping most of the original panel controls, like the record and overdub buttons and the play and play start buttons, the note repeat feature, the full level button, the timing correction, and so you have fast access to those functions. And that was important to me in the original design because I really wanted to focus on what the musician wants to do to play music and not read manuals and have to adjust a bunch of settings to make the machine do what most people wanted to do anyway. And so also they did in fact maintain this fast and efficient workflow, the same as in the original MPCs. For example, you can record beats and pitch parts in a loop with real-time quantization or timing correction, I called it, and they still call it, and swing. And there are plenty of little details I can tell you as the software developer as well for the original MPCs that are required to get right to make the loop recording with timing correct and swing work correctly, and which they did. It really does feel right. For example, there's no perceivable delay at the loop back point when you're loop recording, and when transitioning between sequences. And there's a lot of stuff that has to be done at those transition points. So they're doing it by prefetching or something, but it really is done well. And the feel of the timing correct and the swing are absolutely correct. Very impressive. So the software is very tight and well written, and I have to compliment the software writers at Akai for this. But more importantly, Akai has brought the MPC into the present by adding modern features while retaining the original workflow. First, in addition to drum tracks and pitch tracks, it records audio tracks, and with very good sound quality, so the audio circuitry is also very well designed. And while the old MPCs could tune simple samples for simple pitched parts, the new ones have a surprisingly good library of multi-sampled tuned instruments. And another big improvement is this 7-inch touchscreen. That's a big touchscreen, and it really adds a lot of functionality in an intuitive way.
Okay, that was pretty good. I like to hear Roger Linn talk about the gear. He's been at this for a while, and he's made a lot of gear, and he knows what he's talking about. As you can see from that interview, he loved the MPC Live 2. He thinks it's a great device. He's used it. Worked with Looper also as well. He's got a couple of videos on his own side, and people have been posting videos with him. Like, I think Sweetwater has a video with him talking with the owner of Sweetwater, and there are a lot of them online. You can check them out. I'll put a link below inside this video in YouTube so you can link to it and actually go to his video. I just want to put a little bit up there so guys will know who Roger Linn actually is for guys who didn't. But this machine, this new device, looks like it's going to be the penultimate of their devices because it's full. There isn't many spaces here to even like let dust fall. It's like packed. And I know a lot of guys saying there's too many buttons, but look, I have videos on every MPC ever made. And they're like classic devices now. But this is a great toy. I love gear that has a lot of buttons because it gives you so many ways to do different things. And also, with the top part might be this part up here, apparently I think it's going to be some sort of idea of the step sequence right up here, right? The other buttons I'm not too sure, but we're going to find out, of course. And of course, we have our cueing buttons right here. Of course, our major knobs right there. The usual idea here we have on the front, right? And then, of course, we have the play and everything else is right there. But also, the pads look really cool with the different colors and stuff. Of course, it's probably going to be that way when you actually program your pad colors. But it looks kind of cool. My thing, though, is the touch strip. This touch strip idea is great on the MPC Studio 2. A little device that costs about maybe $150 or $200 or something that you can get that works along with the computer software. And it's really cool to work with. I like it a lot because you can actually do many different things with the touch strip, like change drums or audio levels on sounds and different parameters within plugins, which is really cool to do. So you can be more precise rather than just picking a number out. You can try and adjust up and down and touch it. That's a great idea. With mine, 2 of those. But anyway, there's not enough room here for 2 of these things. But it's a beautiful toy. I mean, if you think there's too many buttons, then I'll make a video. I'm going to make a video. It's going to be a dope video. I just got to get my wife on the same boat with me. You know, years ago, when I was a kid, I could do it on my own, no problem, get that video. But now, I'm in a relationship. Enough of that anyway. I have to get this device so you guys can see how it works. And I really love the idea that they're making a brand new device like this because it's needed in the system.